So she says she wants to save the Republican Party and is staying in the Republican Party. What that means is a very big question. I don't know that she's thought that through. Will she support people in primaries against the election, against the big liars, against the most fervent supporters of Trump's big lie? And just one footnote on Mark's very fine presentation of that. I mean, it's not just a matter of let's get the truth about what happened in the past. This has ongoing implications. I mean, the Republicans are using the big lie to justify the voter suppression, to justify changes in the law at the state level, to justify laying the groundwork, if they win the House, for possibly overturning, as they've been saying, several of them have said, well, of course, the House has a right to take a look at what happened and vote. We happen not to have enough votes on January 6th, but who knows what happens next time? One Republican congressman said that this morning. That's not the way it's supposed to work. They're just supposed to ratify the votes of the people through the Electoral College. So, I mean, the degree to which this is a genuine threat, as Mark suggested, to American democracy, I think shouldn't be underestimated. It's not just a squabble about the future of the party. So Liz Cheney thinks she wants to try to save the Republican Party. Some of my friends are going off and talking about third party. I'm open to that. It's more likely now than I think it has been in the past. I supported Joe Biden in 2020, and for now would like to see him succeed. I'd always like to see him succeed, but for now think there may be chances to advance sensible policies in the Democratic Party. I think that's going to be a lot of flux over the next year or two, and a lot of things will happen, and we'll learn a lot more in Republican primaries, Democratic primaries, unexpected events, and so forth. But the main thing is that Liz Cheney is now the leader of the non-Trump Republicans. Maybe that's only 10 or 15% of the party, but it's not nothing. It's not nothing. And she is now the person, I think, more than any other, who stands, who is, as she said it herself, didn't she almost say that I intend to lead, I intend to act. This was not, some people have fought Trump and then they've resigned from Congress. They've given nice speeches. It's been sort of elegiac, kind of melancholy, nostalgic for the good old Republican Party. That was not the tone of Liz Cheney last night and this morning. She's in it to fight.
Think about the easier path that she could have taken, right? She's number 3 in the leadership. She's, the prominent woman in Republican politics in the Congress. She could have easily just folded like everybody else and just embraced Donald Trump and been in a very strong position to be either a leading contender for the nomination if Trump didn't run, or a leading contender for the vice presidency if he ran. So she threw away a lot. I mean, this, you think about just, what she's giving up by standing up for principle. So she's now decided she's going to take a leadership role in the anti-Trump wing of the party. As Bill said, that may just be a sliver right now, 10 or 15% of the electorate, or maybe even less of the actual Congress. But God bless her, because there's a lot of people out there, Bill and myself included, who are so hungry for some new direction and vision for the Republican Party. And whether or not that comes from Liz Cheney and whatever she does or chooses to do, or some independent effort, whatever it is, we know that the direction of the big lie, and again, I love what Bill said, this is not just some, internal debate. This is about the future of democracy, for Christ's sake.